Experts say if it was successful, Pyongyang is inching closer to having a weapon to threaten the United States.
Citing unnamed U.S. officials, Reuters reports that Pyongyang may have been testing the last stage engine of an ICBM. The U.S. government source believes the rocket engine could propel an ICBM over 5,500 kilometers, and that the purpose of the engine is to target the U.S. In other words, the final piece of the puzzle.
This test could mean that North Korea has already completed development of the second and third stage ICBM engines. If this last stage engine is complete, then Pyongyang could test launch its ICBM.
We cannot allow this continued North Korean potentate to exist and those people to exist in that black hole.
A game of chicken where two cars are speeding toward each other, seeing who's going to blink first. When you take a hostage, like they did with Otto Warmbier, you want to return that hostage safe and sound so that you could get your ransom, whatever the ransom was that they might have been seeking, even if it's just a show of submission on America's part. The fact that they killed this kid is a very bad move on their part, and it's going to scare them because no one can defend this, even the Chinese. So to have blood on their hands, this has not happened pretty much ever, because in the 70s they killed 2 American soldiers, in '68 they killed someone in a melee. So to kidnap someone publicly and then kill them, I can't remember the last time this has ever happened.
I think the president's tweet regarding China is telling, and I do believe, based on everything I've heard, that if the Chinese are not willing or able, then we will take more direct action. That more direct action will come in a number of forms. First, we're talking about additional sanctions and additional work behind the scenes to intercept funds and their clandestine acquisition efforts. You're going to see the threat of use of military force against the North Koreans should they do anything regarding bad acts. This is something that we will now assess, the United States will assess, the Pentagon especially, about what military options we should put forward and let the North Koreans know that we are now postured to take offensive action against them should they do something that is truly provocative.
We reached some brinksmanship with President Trump. Members of his administration have been saying time to talk is over. We're going to start taking action. North Korea has responded with escalating tests. North Korea, for 70 years, have been teaching its citizens that the U.S. imperialists, which is how they refer to us, were going to return and finish the job that we started in the Korean War. And they see these shows of strength that we're showing them. They point to the TVs and they go, look, we're not making this up. The Americans are threatening us. And the 50s is not that long ago. These people remember their countryside being completely decimated.
The old option is one that's been tried by multiple administrations, from Clinton to Bush to Obama, is the idea of strategic patience, of trying just a bit harder to understand the North Koreans and assist them in trying to, quote unquote, help their people. Let's remember that North Koreans have a large population which is essentially starving and is always starving. The idea is we assist them, we be nice to them. Secondly, I think we have others who wish to only focus on using China, Russia, and other nations to put leverage on North Korea to push them back, essentially to work through proxies to convince the North Koreans they have to back off. That would also require some level of both strategic patience, in that we have to depend on these other nations to put that pressure on, and to continue to show those other nations, such as China and Russia, it's in their interest to help us with North Korea.
Pence said that under the Trump administration, the United States will work with its allies across the region to bring increased economic and diplomatic pressure to bear on Pyongyang. There are calls in the U.S. for tougher sanctions on the regime in the wake of the death of American college student Otto Warmbier, who was released in a coma from 17 months of detention in North Korea.
Thank you for watching Right Wing. Your support really does mean the world to me. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow.